Penises, sweet Jesus. Penises everywhere. I've stumbled onto a penis convention.
For heaven's sake, we're on the air. Can we please have 30 seconds of decorum before you dive head first into the anatomical abyss?
Relax. It's a direct quote from the book. You know the thing we're supposed to be talking about? The Deal by Elle Kennedy. College kids, fake dating, actual trauma, and apparently penis conventions. Buckle up, buttercups.
Welcome to Heart Book Radio. Today, we are dissecting Pearl Kennedy's The Deal. It purports to be a romance novel set in a university environment, transaction between a student athlete and a
Hot jock needs smart girl's brain. Smart girl needs hot jock to pretend he likes her so another dude gets jealous. They make a deal. Spoiler alert, feelings happen. Also, the smart girl, Hannah, has some heavy baggage from a past assault. And the jock, Garrett, is basically Captain Man-whore who lives off puck bunnies and daddy issues. It's like she's all that got roofied by Law and Order SVU.
That is grotesquely reductive. And puck bunnies. Really, this isn't Moby Dick. Where your primary complaint was the lack of character development for the whale.
Hey, Ishmael was boring. The whale had motivation, survival. Unlike Garrett, I kiss my own biceps for 2 hours, Graham. Can you imagine? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the jockiest of them all?
Garrett is clearly suffering from profound insecurity masked by pathological narcissism, likely stemming from his abusive father. His objectification of women, calling them females, like he's David Attenborough narrating a mating ritual.
Oh, boo-hoo, daddy didn't love him. Doesn't give him a pass to say women aren't supposed to think because their brains are smaller. Which, by the way, is scientifically inaccurate. I know you love that stuff. But honestly, at least he owns his Docha baggery initially. I prefer that to guys who pretend they're nice. Like my neighbor Gary, pretends he loves cats, found out he just leaves tuna out to lure them away from his precious prize, winning petunias. Sneaky.
Comparing a fictional character's deeply problematic misogyny, rooted in familial trauma, to your neighbor's petty gardening disputes is something else. What about Hannah, the supposed smart girl? One reviewer diagnosed her with not like other girls syndrome. Is she resilient or just a convenient trope?
I liked Hannah. She's got bite. That text she sent to Garrett's clingy puck bunny. This is Garrett's tutor. You're annoying me. I'm confident you can keep your pants zipped until then. Yes, Queen, she's dealing with real trauma, trying to feel safe again. And yeah, maybe she is smart and hot and doesn't care about being popular. What's wrong with that? Unlike some people who only like books where everyone dies or turns into an insect.
Kafka explores the absurdity of the human condition. This explores the absurdity of expecting a serial womanizer to suddenly become a sensitive therapist just because the plot demands it. Does his magic penis cure her PSD? That's the underlying, frankly uncomfortable question, isn't it?
Okay, magic penis. Let's not, but it's about trust and patience. He becomes patient. He listens. It's the fantasy. The bad boy reformed. Is it realistic? Probably not. Is it hot? According to reviewers, yes. Smokin' hot, wildest sex, book orgasmic. Did you blush reading it? Admit it!
I did not blush. I was merely assessing the author's stylistic choices in depicting intimacy while navigating sensitive themes, and frankly, the handling of sensual assault recovery felt convenient. It serves the romance plot. Is it truly exploring trauma, or just using it as spice? One reviewer called it cringe-worthy but also worth reading, which sums up the cognitive dissonance, doesn't it?
See, cringe but worth it. Another said, guilty pleasure was created because this book exists. It knows what it is. It's not pretending to be war and peace. It's hockey players of banter, and feelings sneaking up on you like a rogue puck to the face. We got a fake email here from Brenda and boys. I tried fake dating my boss for a better parking spot. Now I'm married to his weird cousin Phil and drive a 98 Corolla. You're out of 10, do not recommend. See, real world consequences.
That email is clearly fabricated, and the hockey element is practically non-existent. It's wallpaper. They could have been competitive cheese rollers for all the difference it made.
Who cares about the hockey plays? It's about the aesthetic, the tight pants, the sweat, the aggression. Remember that reviewer quote? She asked me to tell her the 3 words every girl wants to hear. So I whispered, I play hockey in her ear. It's ridiculous. That's why it's fun.
Fun? It reinforces tired gender stereotypes, potentially trivializes trauma recovery, and celebrates a level of male arrogance that should have gone extinct with the dinosaurs. If Garrett Graham were a sandwich, He'd be stale white bread pretending to be artisanal sourdough, with a hidden layer of toxic mold.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. If Hannah were a sandwich, she'd be like a really complex panini, toasted sourdough, sharp cheddar, maybe some spicy arugula for her sass, but also like a delicate layer of fig jam representing her vulnerability. See, layers? This book has layers like an onion, or parfait.
Or a cesspit.
All right, verdict time. Don't be a buzzkill.
Fine. On an intellectual level, it's problematic and relies heavily on tropes, however. I concede the pacing was effective. Against my better judgment, 3 out of 10 required ethics courses Garrett clearly failed.
Weak, so weak. This book is pure, unadulterated escapism with a side of feels and steam. It delivers exactly what it promises. I give the deal a solid 8 out of 9 circles of hockey, player hell, because let's be honest, that's where these guys belong, but we love them anyway.
Next week, what is this? My sentient toaster oven demands sacrifice. Is that even a real book?
You'll have to tune in to find out. Signing off for Heartbook Radio. Don't touch that dial unless it's getting you closer to us.